14 days, 7 cities, one incredible journey. Japan, land of the rising sun, a place where ancient traditions meet modern marvels. I was here to experience it all. From the bustling streets of Osaka to the serene temples of Kyoto. From the snow-capped mountains of Takayama to the bright lights of Tokyo. This was my adventure. My trip started in Osaka, a city known for its vibrant street life and delicious food. Then it was off to Koyasan, a mountaintop village home to over 100 temples. Next up was Nara, famous for its friendly deer and ancient shrines. From there, I journeyed to Kyoto, the cultural heart of Japan. After Kyoto, I ventured to Kanazawa and Takayama, two charming towns that offer a glimpse into old Japan. Finally, my journey culminated in Tokyo, a city that needs no introduction. It's a whirlwind of activity with something for everyone. Osaka, a city that grabs you by the soul and doesn't let go. It's loud, chaotic, and full of life. The streets are a riot of color and sound. The air is thick with the smell of street food, and the people are warm and welcoming. I wandered through Dotonbori, the city's entertainment district. Neon lights flashed. Street performers entertained the crowds. I paid my respects at the Namba Yasaka shrine with its massive lion head stage. The intricate details of the shrine were mesmerizing. Osaka Castle stood tall, a reminder of the city's rich history. The view from the top was breathtaking. My last stop in Osaka was the Umeda Sky Building. This architectural marvel offered panoramic views of the city. It was the perfect way to say goodbye. Koyasan, a world away from the hustle and bustle of Osaka. This mountaintop village is a sacred place. It's home to over 100 Buddhist temples. The air is clean and crisp. The silence is broken only by the sound of chanting monks. I felt a sense of peace here that I'd never experienced before. I stayed overnight at a temple. It was an experience I'll never forget. Sleeping on a tatami mat, waking up early for morning chanting. It was a glimpse into a way of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. I visited Kongobuji, the head temple of Shingon Buddhism. The intricate details of the temple were awe-inspiring. I stood in awe before the Diamond Gate, the entrance to Koyasan's sacred precincts. The two fierce statues guarding the gate were both intimidating and impressive. I ended my day with a traditional Buddhist meal. The simple vegetarian food was surprisingly delicious. Nara, a city where time seems to stand still, is a place where deer roam freely in the park, where ancient temples stand tall against the backdrop of rolling hills. Nara Park was my first stop. Over 1,200 deer wander freely throughout the park. They're tame and used to humans. I even fed them special deer crackers. Next, I visited Kasuga Taisha Shrine, famous for its thousands of bronze and stone lanterns. The lanterns, lit only twice a year, create a magical atmosphere. I hiked up Mount Wakakusa for a panoramic view of the city. The view was worth every step. Nara was a welcome respite from the city. It was a chance to reconnect with nature and experience a different side of Japan. Section 5, Kyoto, the heart of old Japan. Kyoto, the former imperial capital of Japan, a city steeped in history and tradition. There's a reason Kyoto is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Japan. It's home to countless temples, shrines, gardens, and traditional tea houses. I started my exploration with the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. Walking through this forest of towering bamboo stalks was like stepping into another world. I visited Tenryuji Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The temple's gardens are a masterpiece of Japanese landscaping. I wandered through the Nishiki Market, Kyoto's largest traditional food market. The sights, sounds, and smells were overwhelming in the best way possible. I strolled through the Gion district hoping to catch a glimpse of a geisha. The traditional wooden buildings and narrow streets transported me back in time. I ended my day in Pontocho, a narrow alleyway lined with restaurants and bars. It was the perfect place to experience Kyoto's nightlife. Section 6, Kanazawa and Takayama. Stepping back in time, Kanazawa and Takayama, two hidden gems off the beaten path. They offer a glimpse into old Japan. Kanazawa is known for its well-preserved samurai district and beautiful Kenrokuin garden. The garden is considered one of the 3 great gardens of Japan. Takayama charmed me with its preserved Edo-era streets, lined with traditional houses. The morning market was a delight, with vendors selling local crafts and produce. These towns were a welcome change of pace from the bigger cities. They offered a chance to experience a slower, more traditional way of life. Section 7, Tokyo, a city of endless possibilities. Tokyo, a city that needs no introduction. It's a city of contrasts, where ancient temples stand in the shadow of towering skyscrapers, where traditional tea ceremonies coexist with cutting-edge technology. I dove headfirst into the chaos of Tokyo. First stop, the vibrant district of Harajuku, known for its unique street style and youth culture. I wandered through the back streets, taking in the sights and sounds. Akihabara, Tokyo's electronics district, was a sensory overload. Giant screens flashed with the latest anime and manga. I felt like I'd stepped into another world. Omoide Yokocho, also known as Piss Alley, offered a glimpse into old Tokyo. The narrow alleyway is packed with tiny bars and eateries. I couldn't resist trying some local delicacies. And of course, no trip to Tokyo would be complete without experiencing the city's famous animal cafes. I sipped coffee with cats, petted owls, and even cuddled with hedgehogs, arcades, izakayas, and endless bowls of ramen. Tokyo was a whirlwind of activity. It was a fitting end to my Japanese adventure. Section 8, Memories of a Lifetime. 14 days went by in a flash. Japan had left an indelible mark on my soul. I experienced the tranquility of ancient temples, the beauty of traditional gardens, and the energy of bustling cities. I interacted with locals, tasted new foods, and learned about a culture vastly different from my own. This trip wasn't just about checking off destinations on a list. It was about immersing myself in a new culture and opening myself up to new experiences. And that's what travel is all about. Stepping outside your comfort zone, challenging your perspectives, creating memories that will last a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, book your flight, Japan awaits.